Okay, this is a great idea, a DIY Bokashi kit. So you are going to make your own fermented Bokashi with a couple of buckets, any ones from the DIY shop. All you need to think about is the sealed lid. Size-wise, they can be much smaller than this or bigger. That's not important, it depends how much waste you've got. You need some cardboard, which I've been tearing up. You need, this is the key, really good Bokashi bran, your live culture, which is the thing that is going to ferment your waste. You need a potato masher of some sort, or a tamper, and you need some waste. Most Bokashi bins that are available commercially have got a tap or a spigot in the bottom and then a tray. You can put a tap into your bucket if you wish and use something like biochar in the bottom of your kit to separate the Bokashi and make sure there's a drainage area. But the easiest way is to have no hole, get some shredded cardboard and fill up the bottom of your bin. The great thing about using cardboard is if you're going to add your Bokashi into a garden composter, you've got your carbon source, your balance, already in. So this will become really soaked with liquid, that's fine. You'll add it to your compost and it will balance out with browns and greens and make your compost even better. So I've got the cardboard into the bottom. The next step I'm going to do is add a couple of handfuls of Bokashi just to get it going. And then I use a caddy in my kitchen. This is it, it hangs on the back of my kitchen door. And you'll probably have something similar. It's a great way of collecting your waste without having to go backwards and forward to your Bokashi kit. And it's also positive because you don't want to take the lid off more often than necessary with Bokashi because it's all about an anaerobic system, so no air. So we'll see what I've had for my supper over the last week or so. I've got in there apples. By the way, I put a bit of Bokashi in the bottom of here already, which is another good idea. Sweet corn, potato peelings, all the things I've had, cauliflower, broccoli, tea bags, whatever. And so I'm going to add a bit more Bokashi onto the top. By the way, when you start off your Bokashi bucket, it's a good idea to be quite generous. But as your Bokashi develops over the years or months, you can be a bit less generous with your Bokashi because it's already sort of part of the system. And then with my potato masher, I'm just going to mash it down to get the air out. And that excess liquid, as it breaks down, will soak into the cardboard. So that's it, job done. Put the lid on. Literally, that is it. I have my own homemade DIY Bokashi bucket. Once this one's full, which will probably take me several weeks, then I can start the next bucket. Once that one's full, more weeks will have gone by. That means my original bucket will be full and fermented. So it will take a minimum of 2 weeks for this bucket to ferment. And once it's done, then I can empty this bucket out, use the fermented Bokashi directly in my raised beds. So if I add this to my raised beds, in a couple of weeks it will have disappeared and made the most fantastic soil. I can add it to a soil factory, so Google soil factory and you'll see exactly how to do that. Or I can add it to my conventional green Johanna or garden compost bin, whether you use pallets or just a heap. You can add it into there and it will really activate your compost and make the best soil that that money can't buy actually. And you'll have taken your food waste out of the system, you'll have reduced transportation and carbon emissions, and you'll have closed your own loop. If you like growing veg, this is like, you know, they talk about gut bacteria and gut health. This is soil health, which will be transferred into your vegetables in terms of nutrition and taste. So I think that is a win, 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 win.